Right.
What do you say about it?
Yeah, and I agree with them. It's just incredible. Anybody that receives federal dollars is talking about handing out over $100 million of bonuses. I mean, I think this is something, and I saw that the feds were saying, oh, it's a contract that was given, and I can understand that argument, but still, I always say that the moment you take money from the federal government, then you have to follow certain rules, and this is something that certainly Congress is going to look into.
Mm-hmm. First, there was a bailout.
Yeah, and we're going to get different opinions as to when this downturn is going to go up. There's been a couple of signs. We just don't know exactly when. But before we start investing more money, I think we need to give this economy at least some of the actions we've taken, measures that we've taken, at least a chance of work. We are going to do something on housing because housing is going to be important. But before we start talking about another bailout, at least let's look at the measures and see how they're working and make sure we have the accountability in place.
On another topic, what about?
Well, first of all, we got to keep in mind that we have cut 40% of the earmarks that the Republicans had before 2006. In fact, by this next appropriation bill, what we intend to do is cut the earmarks to 50% of what the Republicans had, number one. Number two, keep in mind that we've always been concerned about the deficit that we have, about the debt that we have. It's over $10 trillion, and we definitely have to address that issue to bring down the debt, because we're paying over $200 billion a year on the interest on this national debt. And keep in mind that 40% of it is owned by the foreign countries. But this is something that's has been developed under another administration. Right now, we have to make a short-term investment, but long-term, we have to bring this national debt down.
Hands of these cartels.
90% of those guns come from the U.S.
Yes.
We have to do something about it. In fact, when I was in Mexico, I asked, what are the three major things that we can do? And the first thing that they brought up was that we have to stop the flow of guns that are coming in. As you know, we added $10 million to hire more ATF officers. The ICE agents are also doing more to stop the flow of guns coming in. But if you ask any of the Mexican officials, they say that is the number one thing that we can do.
Do you think we'll ever get really strict with controlling the sale of guns here along the border?
There's certain limitations, as you know, because of the Second Amendment, the right to bear arms. So we got to find a balance, but at least the enforcement, the unauthorized exportation of those automatic weapons will be something that will be looked at.